Without good blocking, your team's not going anywhere. Cisco blocks cyber attacks for customers around the world, including the entire Fortune 100 and the NFL. Because when the game is on the line, and it's always on the line, the NFL relies on Cisco.
You know, eight guys on the coaching staff, 5 scouts, 9 players, whatever it is. You know, a lot of guys that have been here that, you know, I've worked with or we've worked with. And, you know, Josh has done a good job here, you know, molding the team together here. You know, great tradition, great franchise, and with the Raiders and that organization. You know, going back to, you know, Al and you know, all the success that they had, you know, throughout their storied history. You know, they've got, say the Raiders have probably, you know, at least five of the, you know, the top players in the league at their position. You know, the 2 specialists are really, you know, outstanding. I mean, Carlson, you know, maybe behind Tucker, but I mean, that's about it. This guy's, you know, tremendous kicker. Cole, tremendous punter. So the 2 specialists, they're, you know, as good as anybody we'll see. You know, Crosby, you know, very disruptive guy. Caused a lot of problems in the running game and the passing game. You know, led the league in TFLs last year. You know, just very disruptive guy. And then offensively, you know, Adams, who's, you know, certainly a Hall of Fame receiver when he's ready for it. But I mean, this guy's had tremendous production, touchdowns, receiving, yards, catches, you name it. And then, you know, Jacobs, like 2,000 yards in scrimmage last year. Leading league in receiving this year, you know, with running backs. So, you know, he's had a little more production in the passing game this year than in the running game, but he's been very productive. You know, hard guy to handle. So, and then they have a lot of good complementary players to go with him. But you know, those 5 guys are really, you know, dynamic players that, you know, show up in every game, and you know, you have to have a way to deal with them. So, you know, Josh has done a good job, you know, with the offense, and you know, Jimmy's. As usual, high completion percentage and can make all the throws. You know, defensively, they're strong against the run, and you know, not giving up very many big plays. You know, they got their turnovers last week against Green Bay, and that was a big difference for them. So, obviously, ball security always a high priority for us. It always is, but needs to be this week as well. And you know, Crosby, you know, caused a lot of those problems, but they have, you know, obviously Spillane, Peters. Other guys back there that are, you know, will hawk it too. And the kicking game, again, field position wise, you know, they're as good as anybody we'll see. So obviously in the dome, good conditions, you know, it'll be a big challenge for us to try to, you know, neutralize the field position that they, you know, usually have a good advantage in. So so that's where we're at.
Will Mac Jones be starting?
Yeah, we're not making any changes.
What were you able to accomplish yesterday?
Work on some of the things we think will help us in the game and help us play better football.
Is that more of a walkthrough or more of a standard practice?
Yeah, we practice.
You used the phrase starting over. I think last time we spoke with you. What does that specifically entail the last 2 days?
Yeah, it's what I just said. Fundamentals, things that'll help us play better.
Is that just on the players? Is that coaching staff starting over?
Yeah, all of us. Yeah, we're looking at everything.
Is there self-reflection in that too? What can the coaching staff and everyone do better?
Everyone.
Bill, what have you seen from Jacoby Myers, and after the success he had here, what went into the decision to not bring him back?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a free agent and signed to the Raiders. There's a lot of guys leave and change teams in free agency. But yeah, Jacoby looks like he looked here.
The starting over offensively, would that entail any sort of streamlining of what you guys do offensively, just cutting down on these
Could.
How important will the line be as you guys start fresh here?
Yeah, well, everything's important, Phil. This guy's one of the best run defenses in the league, so we'll see how it goes.
Does starting over entail changing any sort of game day responsibilities for the coaching staff?
Yeah. As I've said, we're working on fundamentals and things that will help us play better. That encompasses anything that falls into that category.
Kind of on a related note, Bernie Adams obviously no longer here, Matt Patricia no longer here. Who are you kind of relying on maybe upstairs in the coaching booth to help you with video and decision making and things like that?
Yeah, we have a good staff. Our staff is we're well staffed, so we have a number of people that have different game day assignments.
I feel like you still have getting good guidance up in the coaching box.
Yeah, I mean, look, we all need to do a better job. Coaching staff, the head coach, the players, like all of us. So we're all included in that.
Is there anything specifically that you need to tell your guys to keep their confidence up? Because you guys haven't started 1-4 in a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah, right now it's like we're focused on doing what we need to do to play better, coach better, and beat Las Vegas. That's what we're focused on.
Bill, you have J.C. Jackson back on the field for his first game back. Just how do you think he's doing on Sunday? And what's it like having him back?
It's good to have all the players that are out there. Yeah, it's 1 week. It's we got a long way to go. We got a lot of things to work on, but JC's working hard. Getting back into the way we do things a little bit different the way they did in Chargers. But that's it's a process. But he's working hard at it. Glad we have him. He's doing well.
Bill, how important is it for the locker room to be on board with whatever decision you make at quarterback? Does that even factor?
Yeah, I think we all need to just focus on what each of us needs to do. So that's what I expect everyone will do. That's what we all need to do.
Matthew Judon is still on the roster right now. How much of that is just tied to, you have some PUP IR windows that are still open and that you're leaving them on there knowing that you might end up on IR or coming back?
Yeah, it's a possibility.
Well, what has led to some of the issues that you guys have had running the ball early this season?
Every play is different. We just need to be more consistent.
Bill, one of your assistants mentioned yesterday, Jacoby separates really well at the top of his routes. Are you seeing enough of that from your current receivers?
We can be better in every area.
I asked Bill O'Brien this yesterday, but you don't think maybe Matt could benefit from a mental break or something after the last 2 weeks?
I think everybody, look, this is part of the game. Play every week.
Coach, when it comes to young players and getting them time, how do you weigh the risk of the mistakes that young players are warned to make than actually just getting in those live reps and kind of just working through it?
Yeah, every situation is different. Yeah. I try to always do what's best for the team. Simple as that.
Bill, I believe Max has been the most pressured quarterback in the league this year, and understanding that everything can be better. Does that, do you feel any responsibility as a coaching staff for that statistic?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that stat. There's times we're under pressure, there's times we're not under pressure.
Final question.
Bill, is there anything you can point to with Juju, just maybe sort of some of his lack of production here compared to what he's done in the past?
Yeah, well, we haven't been very productive offensively, so, period. So I'd be hard-pressed to single out one guy.
Bill, is there any reason that Jacoby Myers wasn't more of a priority in free agency?
Yeah, it was a priority. I mean, we talked to him.
Feel like you're ever close?
Relatively, yeah. But free agency is free agency. Okay.